Hey, I'm Tyler McQuarrie here at the Streets of Willow conducting the Falken Tire comparison test between the Azenis RT615 and the much anticipated release of the RT615K. For this comparison test, we're lucky enough to have two brand new cars. We have the 2011 Ford Mustang with the 5.0 Coyote motor, and then we also have this 6th generation Nissan 370Z. For the first part of our test, we're going to throw on the original RT615 on the Mustang and the Z. We'll go out and do 3 laps, come in, and swap them out for the brand new RT615K, and do another 3 laps in the Mustang and the Z. And we'll sit down, compare the lap times, and then we'll also compare my notes from seat of the pants of what the car feels like. So the first thing we did is that we took the cars in stock trim, starting off with the 2011 Ford Mustang, and we went to the RT615. And just seat of the pants feel, the car was much better on the brakes. It seemed to be a lot more stable, it tracked a lot better. The mid-corner speed I was able to roll through the corner was much better, and I was also able to apply the throttle a little bit earlier and a little bit more aggressive than I was in stock trim. And the end result there is that I was able to lay down a time of a 1:26.96 here on the Streets of Willow. After establishing the lap time that I laid down with the RT615, we came in, switched over to the RT615K, and as soon as I left the pits, I could feel a difference. It just, the level of grip was so far beyond the RT615. I was able to roll in a lot of speed. The car felt really good on the brakes, felt amazing turning in. I didn't feel any understeer whatsoever. And the mid-corner speed came up a ton. But probably the biggest thing that I noticed as seat of the pants was coming off of the corner, the exit, where, you know, with this Mustang with over 400 horsepower before I could get some wheel spin, now I couldn't. I had to really work to get the thing to step out. So in the end, I was able to come down to a 1:25.89, a full second faster than the RT615. And a second around this track is massive. And you know, a lot of times you go to the track, you're searching for tenths. So to change one variable, and that variable was the tire, we found 1 second. It was unreal and just a lot of fun to drive. Next up is the 370Z, which is a much different car. It may have a little bit less horsepower, but it makes up with it being much lighter and a shorter wheelbase. So leaving the pits on the RT615, you could immediately feel that shorter wheelbase. It responded so fast to my inputs. It did everything that I wanted. And after a few laps, I was able to lay down a time of a 1:27.34. So we decided to come in and switch over to the RT615K and go out and test those tires on the 370. And just like the Mustang, you instantly feel the difference. And with the 370, it became even more nimble, which I was really surprised. It still turned in really well, and it almost felt like it had too much grip on coming off the corners. I was able to just be real aggressive on the gas, but overall, it just felt much better. Just magnified all those things that it was doing well with the RT615. At the end of the day, I was able to lay down a time of a 1:26.37, and just like the Mustang, we found a full second. And I thought it was kind of interesting on both cars. You know, the times were different, but just throwing the RT615K on there was almost exactly a second on both cars. So it was pretty consistent, that one variable that we changed. And again, a second in this car on this track is massive. Overall, the RT615K is a huge improvement on the already astounding RT615. You know, it still keeps that timeless tread design that it had when it first came out. It keeps that you know, forgiving nature that it has for the drivers. It's real drivable, but it improved on all those areas that it really needed, and that's the level of grip, and just the overall feel of it is so much better. And I think now it's in a position to really take hold on the ultra performance market. For more information on the new RT615K, check out falkentire.com or visit your local retailer.